Well, hello, friends. Mark Holmes here, and as always, I want to thank you guys for watching, commenting, subscribing, and being part of the Joe Boo Sports Report. Without you guys, this literally does not work. Seriously, it doesn't work without you guys. Man, it's Tuesday, Taco Tuesday, and I'm actually going to have some nice beef tacos here that I'm cooking for dinner. The wife, of course, is going to have salmon because she likes salmon. I just can't. I just don't. I'm just not a big fish eater. Just not. Maybe fish tacos, but that's about it. But we have good news. I mean, really good news. I just saved a whole bunch of money by switching to Geico. Actually, I've already been with Geico for like the last 17 years, so I didn't really switch. But have good news where it comes to the Dallas Cowboys. Because today, friends, we have another day of nobody on the Dallas Cowboys testing positive for COVID. That is freaking incredible. Also, some other news. Matthew Stafford has come off the list. Matthew Stafford and Gardner Minshew have definitely both been on and been off of the list. So that's great news for both of those teams as well as our Cowboys. Now, I got to tell you, maybe I'm crazy. I am. It is true. I am crazy. But I feel really good about my Dallas Cowboys. I feel like they're on a mission. I feel like for once it seems like the team is all on the same page. That all of these guys are working together, that they understand the urgency that we have right now. I don't know if that's the change in coaching, getting rid of Jason Garrett, as well as some other coaches. I've heard some things that some of the receivers didn't like Sanjay Lau too much. I heard that, Rod Marnelli and Chris Richard, that the two of them, were teaching different things and that there was a lot of confusion with the team. And it just seemed to be kind of a mess. But it feels like everything is coming together. It's amazing when you think about this. Dak's uncle alluded to this yesterday, that the players and Dak have been working out all offseason. Krista Freeland. Trying to remember who it was. God, beautiful Dallas Cowboys blogger. God, why can't I think of her name right now? But she had pointed out that Dak Prescott has a field at his house. Yeah, and that's what Philip told me yesterday. And that the players have been coming over. They've been working out, running routes, doing passing, and everything else. And you look and see these guys. These guys are totally ripped and cut up and ready to rock and roll for the season. And what's cool is you realize how well something worked. 11 personnel for the Dallas Cowboys was a killer. The Dallas Cowboys in 11 personnel, and that is one running back, one tight end, 3 wide receivers. There's so many different options. You can probably figure that the Cowboys will do more out of that. You can run out of that formation because you got a tight end who can be an extra blocker. You can, of course, pass out of that formation because, of course, you got 3 wide receivers. And now you got Blake Jarwin as the number 1 wide receiver. Tight end. Blake can actually be a really good pass-catching tight end. Now, don't get me wrong. Jason Witten was consistent. But the problem with Jason Witten is Jason Witten had gotten old and had gotten slow. But here's the amazing thing. Check this out. As much as you guys say that Dak Prescott is an average and garbage quarterback himself, the Dallas Cowboys, out of 11 personnel, 1 running back, 1 tight end, 3 wide receivers, was best in the NFL with over a 50% success rate, averaging, 8.4 yards per play, which is unbelievable. That's better than Kansas City. That's better than Seattle. That's better than Aaron Rodgers and the Green Bay Packers. They were fantastic with that because there's so many things you can do. This is kind of where I feel at least a little bit vindicated, because I've always said that the Dallas Cowboys offense should be death by 1,000 cuts. And by that I mean is you want to give a look that you can do many, many things out of. Because if the defense knows you're going to run the ball with Zeke Elliott, we got 8 men crowd the box. And it's harder to achieve on that. You got a great offensive line, you do achieve sometimes. But if you've got CeeDee Lamb now for Randall Cobb, if you've got Michael Gallup, if you've got Amari Cooper who doesn't have plantar fasciitis, you got Zeke Elliott, and now you got Blake Jarwin in there, who are you going to try and stop? We can run the ball right at you because we got Blake Jarwin who's a blocking tight end, right? We can play action off of that and bootleg Dak Prescott out. We can, of course, go deep. Go deep with Amari Cooper, Michael Gallup, and bring CeeDee Lamb across the middle. Boom. We can run them deep, do crossing routes with the tight end and CeeDee Lamb, and fake a draw to Zeke. We can play action, Zeke, roll Dak Prescott out, and have him hit one-on-one Amari Cooper down the road. There's so many things that this team can do with all of the different pieces that this offense could be very, very dynamic. And to hear that Dak and the receivers and Zeke have been working out at his house all offseason, and you look at the shape that they're in. Michael Gallup, not that he had any fat before, he looks like, CeeDee Lamb. We've seen CeeDee Lamb working his behind off. All of these guys have gotten in tremendous shape and are ready to rock and roll. And the fact that we're heading back at the Star, they're social distancing, they're wearing their masks, they're focused, they're healthy, and they're ready to rock and roll, and we don't have any distractions off the field where we're waiting for Zeke Elliott. Will he get signed? Zeke who? Well, Zeke who? We got Jerry Jones out on his yacht on a trip to Alaska. We ain't got to worry about guys going out and getting in trouble because you can't go out. This might be the year that the Dallas Cowboys really can get their stuff together. I'm hoping and praying. Believe me, I'm hoping and praying that this is the case because I am sick and tired of hearing about the playoffs droughts, the 25 years, the Dallas Cowboys can't win, the big ones. I'm sorry, it is beyond time. And I'm hoping that these players understand the urgency that football and life are precious. You don't have much time. You may think that you're going to be in the league for years and years and years to come, but time is short when it comes to the NFL. Now, a lot of people have been talking about our fullback, Jamez. I can't pronounce his name. I'm a name butcher. But I think part of the reason why he opted out is when you realize what the Cowboys did in 11 personnel. You see how successful they were with that. Understanding that Jason Garrett is that guy that wants that fullback on the roster. Even though we have that fullback on the roster, he didn't get that many reps. Most of his work was actually on special teams. Most teams don't have a full-time fullback on the roster. And understanding Mike McCarthy and the offense that he runs, the writing was on the wall. And this is part of the reason why the NFL wanted to shorten the time that players have to opt out. If you're looking at a situation, if you're a player and you have plenty of time to opt out, you can get a feel for what's happening in training camp. If you are on the bubble and might not make the team. After about a week or two, how many reps you're getting and who they're focusing on. And what they're worried is guys that would probably get cut will say, I'm going to opt out, take the cash of opting out, and basically know that their football career is over and get a little extra kitty. Basically getting bought out, as my wife put it, of the job. Whereas if you just got cut in camp, there ain't no opting out. There ain't no check. It's a thank you very much, good luck. If we need you, don't call us, we'll call you. And that may be where he looked at it and said, Mike McCarthy's not going to need a fullback. My best bet is take the money right now and run while I can. And that's why the NFL is making it till Thursday that you have to opt out. So I got me a nice taco salad I'm making. Got my beef right here. I got some sour cream, got some guacamole. I got some of my picante sauce in there, and I'm gonna get just a couple of chips in there. It keeps crunchy with some sour cream and some hot sauce. And that's what I'm gonna eat today. And I've gotten 14,000 steps in. So hope you guys are having a great day. Stay safe so we can get this shit over with, so we can get back to business. I'm Mark Holmes, and I'm keeping you up to date.